Now entering World 12, Ambitious Archipelago. How's it going, everybody? I am your host, Tom. Welcome back to another day of CCLP5. That's right, we made it into the 110s decade. We have 4 more decades left. We have 4 more decades left of CCLP5, and we're also in the home, well, we're nearly in the home stretch, but we're also to the point where the levels are going to become more challenging. Well, they're already more challenging, and if you saw the last stream, then you would know I was on another perspective for a good hour and a half. So we'll see what happens this time. We'll see what happens tonight. But one thing is for sure, I would in fact like to finish CCLP5 this year. I'm thinking before the affiliate anniversary in October would be really good. But yeah, we'll see what happens. All right. Let's get going, because otherwise the thumbnail is just going to be the starting screen. So, how's everybody doing today? We left off now entering World 12, Ambitious Archipelago. We left off World 12 and we left off at Aquatica level 111. And we saw what this level is about. It's basically, you go through and you make a maze using blocks here, and there's 4 floors. And you want to make sure you have a path to all the blue keys. So I don't remember if I've played this in voting or not. Obviously, oops. Okay. One thing I was told, pardon me, if your game goes inactive and the key input gets stuck, pressing the key that got stuck once should solve everything. It's not gonna, well, who knows if it'll solve all the world's problems, but anyway. So, trying to figure out where we should start. I see there are a few keys that I can take, or actually, am I not supposed to be taking any of them? Ah, that's it. So I can't take any keys. I can't take any keys. Well, let's see. So yeah, this is gonna be really challenging. Let's see. I guess I could push that down and about. What about here? Okay. So I think I want to do something like this. Well, let's start by pushing the blocks where it's not really going to matter that much. So this block, I can push it up or down, or I could move this to the right. Let's see, what good would that do for me? I think I want to push this one up. Let's see. What else? Yeah, this is... Yeah, it's alright, though. It's alright. I'm sure we can figure this out. You know what I should do? To get a whole feel of what the level is like, let's just go through, push all the blocks, and we'll see if it's strict or if it's more lenient. So, and we will try to be careful with the blocks we push. So, alright, so this block, I can push it up. I can also approach it from the side. But either way, I want a path. Oh. Oh. Okay, I was trying to... Okay, do these all have water underneath them? Okay, they do. I think these all have water underneath them. Okay. Okay, I wasn't paying attention to that. Okay. Alright, that's good to know. So... Yeah, right. So that means I am gonna have to push this one here. And then I'm thinking this one. This one will go here. And then here I can do this. And then I can do this. And then I can do this. And then we're gonna have to approach that from the side. Let's see. I think it would be better if I did it this way. And then I gotta figure out a way to... I think I can just do something like this. Alright. And then I can do this, which in turn I can do this. There we go. So now we have a path to get that key and that key. We are going to have to push that one to the left, and probably that one as well. So let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Well, there's only one way I can get this blue key, and that is if I do something like this. Alright. Alright. Okay. And then here, it doesn't matter where I push it. So you kind of create a maze for yourself. Okay, let's see. I think I want to do this. And then this. And then, let's see, how do I get... Oh. Okay, I saw we had a little bit of a hiccup. Alright. That's alright. That's alright. Let's see. Do I want to push that down? Let's see. I think I do. I also want to leave some time left just to be sure that I can, you know, grab everything. Okay. So I'm gonna need something over there. I think I can start by doing this, and then this. And then this, and then this. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm not going to need this path for anything, so may as well make another path up there. I don't know if that's going to do me any good or not, but we'll just have to wait and see. Let's go up here. We are running out of time. We are burning time here, so we need to hurry it up a little bit. Let's go this way. Okay. I can do this. All right. And then the only way I see it being possible is if I push that down. And remember, I already have a pathway up here. So it would mean I go this way. Alright. And then, let's see. Here I don't think it matters. Yeah. Let's go up here. Alright. Alright, we're running out of time here, so we gotta lay down these last few blocks. I know, I'm gonna be cutting it close. But that's how I roll sometimes. Let's see. It would be better if I push this down. And then how are we gonna... Okay. Perfect. Let's go. Let's run through. Let's run through the maze we created. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Oh shit. I didn't... I totally forgot about that. No! Alright, well, how many keys am I short, actually? Right about there. There's 2 more keys I can get, but I'm not going to have enough time. Alright, well... doesn't seem to be too strict, so let's just make sure we go a little bit faster. So this goes there. This goes there. That goes there. Yes. Yes. Okay. At this point, I'm just making moves. Yeah, I'm just making moves at this point. Oh, and I guess, yeah. Well done, AutoMod. You caught another spam bot. Let's see. Alright. Let's see. I gotta be careful how I approach this. Alright. And then here's the area we forgot about. Let's see, how am I gonna get in there? Ah, yeah, I think I see. Alright. Let's go ahead. Let's do that. Do this. Do that. Okay. Make sure we push that down. Alright, is that it? Oh yeah, don't forget this. Check and make sure you have everything. Alright, so it doesn't look like this level is too bad, as long as you know what you're doing. And this is definitely one for optimizers. Okay. Let's go. Let's go this way. And we'll go this way. And we'll go this way. Oh wow, it even loops back here. So I guess there were a few extra blocks. Alright. Very neat level, though. Alright. Are we ready to exit? Let's not drown stupidly, because that would be throwing. Yay! And it was also a JB level. Alright, pretty cool. Melancholia. And in fact, I have played this one before. Let's get going, shall we? So we blow up all these guys. And then it looks like we run and get all the okay. And now we just make a run for it. Except this dang monster order. Okay, there we go. So now what do we do? I think I see. And then we gotta be careful. Alright, there we go. And remember, we have 4 teeth back there. And if I remember correctly, we do need all of them. So, let's see, we go up like this. I can do this, alright. And now the batten buttons are closed. Let's see, what's down in there? I don't think I want to go down in there yet. Alright. And I suppose I can do this. And then we're gonna have to pardon me. Alright. So, yeah, now we press the button. And we can just get all the tooth monsters up here. There we go. And then, if I remember correctly, the next thing we do is we get them down right in this path. And then we clear the bugs. And that provides us access to the tank button. And then all the tooth monsters drown. Alright, now the tank button's pressed, and I can grab these fire boots. Let's see, what do we have? Let's see, I can't go there yet. I could grab flippers, but I don't want to. Let's see. Let's see. Taking this is not going to do anything. Yeah, taking this is not going to do anything. So I need to take this. And then taking this one is just going to keep it looping. So I need to take this one. And then it looks like I have to take this because there's no other way. Okay, perfect. Now we know which one to leave behind. We have to go in here so we can grab this yellow key, and then we can grab fire boots. And then, we can put this block on the button. And I don't think I need anything else from down here. No. So, I'm running out of time. Alright, time to switch. there's a lot of fire boots I can take, but they say these balls keep the fire boots well protected. I wouldn't want to be the poor soul to test that out. Right. I think this is where it got me. I think this is where it got me. Because I can keep the fire boots and I can just push the block just to grab the flippers, and then since I would have both, I can just run straight to the exit. And yeah, there's no extra path down here. So we go again. So yeah, this one isn't too bad as long as you know what you're doing. Alright. Yep. And then we go down in here. Yeah, see, this one I remember from voting. Okay. And then you just gotta maneuver around and, yeah, hope everything goes your way. And then, let's see. Yeah, I would bring all these guys down here. Okay. And then I do this. Oh, shit. I forgot to close up the batten buttons. Alright. Let's give this another shot. Alright. Here we go. Alright. There we go. Okay. So, yep, now we bring these guys down in here. Yeah, make sure you hit the button. That way we can do this. And blow that up. Get that ready to go. And then we can grab all these tooth monsters up here. And then we can take them down in here, where we create a wall for the bugs. There we go. Yeah, that's the part I jinxed. And then we know for a fact it's all of them except for this one right there. Okay. There we go. So now now we can go ahead, we can bridge to those flippers. And since we have both boots, we can go ahead and just run right to the exit. And it was a Tyler level. And you know, I was thinking, maybe this is a Tyler level, because that's probably something he'd put a trick right at the end. Well, guess what? It is. So, anyway, we got Power Plant Peril, and we're going to take a short break here. So I'm going to run some ads. So go ahead, get up, stretch, go get yourself something to eat or drink. I'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes. So please stay tuned, and I will see you on the other side. Alright guys, we're back. And I want to remind you about something. You see the Club of Legends you see right here? What if I told you there's a way you can get added to the Club of Legends if you're not on there already? There's 3 more spots before the price increases. Right now, if you got 5,000 channel points, you can become a legend right here, right now. But once the 10th person has redeemed, become a legend, the price will increase from 5,000 to 10,000. And on top of that, we'll also have a leaderboard system, and we'll allow people to redeem it as many times as they like. I don't know who tried to redeem it twice. I think it was Janazar. But either way, so yeah, if you got the points, you may as well burn them right there, because if you got the points, you may as well burn them right there, because you're basically saving yourself 5,000 rotten flesh simply by taking advantage of the discount. But anyway. Moving on back to where we left off at the break, Power Plant Peril. And I believe this was in Walls of CCLP5. I believe. So we'll see how it goes. I don't think I've played this one before, but wish me luck. Okay. So we start off. Oh wow, that's a neat mechanic. It's like it looks like the fireball. It looks like the fireball. It looks like the water is just an acting wall for the fireball. But no. The Paramecia instead just clones another fireball just as the fireball drowns. So that's pretty cool. And yes, I did that on purpose, so we wouldn't be wasting any more time here. But it seems like I can do this. Okay. And then I just gotta run in here. Blow that up. Okay. And where are we going? Well, this could only be used right here. Alright. Alright, let's go down in here. Let's see. Looks like we're going to be maneuvering some stuff. Yep. I don't think I want to use that recessed wall path just yet. Let's see. Do I want fire boots? I don't think I can get them right now. don't think I can get them right now. Because, yeah, I'd have to move this block over. And, yeah. Let's go up here. And it looks like we're going to have to take this path. Let's see. And then, oh boy, which way do I go? This is a case of where it's kind of hard to see. So hopefully okay, all right. Oh, this was under a pop-up wall. Okay. All right. All right. Well, now we should be good to go through. And then we're going to have to be careful. And then here's where I want to use this path. There we go. And then, let's see. It looks like I have to bring it up, I think. Let's see. Okay. Well, not necessarily up, but I can do something like this. Bring it around. And then I can do something like this. Haha. And that gets us flippers. So now the question is, let's see. Looks like this is a run as fast as you can, and yeah, it looks like this is just a run as fast as you can and get all the chips before chaos unfolds. All right. Okay, and I saved a blue key, which is exactly what I needed. Okay. So now we can go in here. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I kind of see what I'm supposed to do. This is a neat mechanic. Alright, now we got a red key. And let's see. I like how if you happen to fail, at least there's a spot where you can blow up this bomb. Anyway, let's go up here. And I'm not sure what pressing this do. Okay, it makes a path for me. Alright. So then... what else would I need? I can't quite... Oh! Aha! I can grab the screen key. Which means I can go in here, and it's a... Okay. What I actually want to do first, though, is I want to get this straightened out. There we go. Alright. So right here, right here, right there, right there. We have 4 blocks and 4 buttons. So every block is required. I think I can do something like this. And bring these forward. Yeah, this isn't too bad. Alright. Cool, cool. Alright, now we got fire boots. So now we can go back. Which way did we come? This way, I think. Aha, right in here. We can grab that. And then we can also go in here. Looks like we're going to lose the boots. So is there any place else where we might need fire boots? I don't think so. I don't think so. And I see one of the chips is in there. So yeah, let's go. And we just run and grab the key. Alright. And then I think this is Take the I Train from CCLP5. So, anywho. I don't see a use for those walkers, so I'm just gonna drown them. Okay. Well, there's only one way I can push this block, and that is up. Okay. So we're trying to get the flipper. Okay. I do not know what happens if I press that button. I would assume it is a trap. Okay. Okay, it's not a trap. Name. Hi, welcome on in. How are you doing? Let's see. There's a chip that I cannot get. Let's see. Alright. Let's go in here. Yep. I'm a PNG tuber. I want a VTuber, but unfortunately I lack the the specs. Oh.
Bummer.
Thank you for the follow, though. Yeah, it's one of these things. And I totally ooped that up. Okay. So, let's see what else I was supposed to do. Unfortunately, I can't tell it's down here until I go down in here. It doesn't look like there's anything. But since I have no other option... Oh, the last chip is in there. So yeah, once I go through, then I can get the chip, and then I can bust through all those sockets, and then grab the fire boots and exit. Alright. Alright, well, this is pretty much straightforward, so should have no problem getting back there. There we go. Let's see. Okay. Let's go up here. And then it's like this. And then careful with the pink ball. There we go. And yes, we are PG-13 for the most part. With some chaos as a treat. Let's see. Oh. back at this part, where it's just a race. Alright. And then we just have to bridge to the red key. Okay. And then we do this. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I was like, what am I doing for a sec? But anywho. Let's go in here. There we go. Just like so. And we got the fire boots. So now we can go back the way we came from. Don't forget to grab that chip. And then we go up here. And it is not a trap if you press that green button. Uh-oh. Alright. There we go. Alright. Flipper's in there. Let's go in here, and this is the last part. So what happens here is you clone the fireball, which clones a block. But you also have to keep in mind you have to press this so I can open it back up, and then I run. And thankfully, though, there's enough presses where I can get through all the way. Alright. And then the last thing I want is this. There we go. Guess you could also take the shorter route, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. Now we can go through. We can grab this chip and start opening up all the sockets. And this is where the extra backtracking comes into play. Let's see. These are safe. Why don't I just open every socket that I can? Be like Jeremy style. Yeah, let's not throw, but I do want to open up all those sockets back there, including this last one. I want to see what happens with the bug. I think eventually it's going to drown. Nope, it loops. Okay, fair enough. And we are going to finish with 350 seconds left on the clock. So there's one for you, Josh. And Josh is also the person who made this level, aka Flare-On 350. Hope I made you happy there. Anyway, that was Power Plant Peril. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, now we got A Love for Puzzles. A Love for Puzzles. Let's see, we're forced to pick up those fire boots. So, are we though? Yes, we are. This could be very tricky. Yeah, this could be quite tricky indeed. I think the fire boots are just a red herring, because I don't see anything else I can do with them. No. Unless... Aha, I can grab this red key right here. What does this do? Okay. That clones a block. But the problem here... is I don't have any more... red keys that I can grab. So, I'm actually wondering, do I actually need the fire boots? Let's just do some exploration. Looks like this is in the shape of a heart. Or so it seems. Wonder what it looks like on the map. Okay. Okay, so there's a teleport. But unfortunately, I can't go through that teleport because I don't have fire boots. This is definitely something JB would make. Could also be something VT would make as well. Yeah, so... Okay. So... we're gonna have to... Let's see, so let's start. I can see eventually I'm gonna want to blow this bomb up so I can access that part up there. I think I want to do this. Or actually, no, that's actually not what I want to do. Or is it? Okay. No, because now I don't have anything that I can grab to, you know. So yeah, I need this pop-up wall to be open. I guess I could have used this one instead. That would make sense. Alright, there we go. And then we're going to use this. Grab the block. Push it up and about. Alright. Let's see. Now we got... Now we got some more pop walls and blocks. So... G-Ming. We're gaming. I think that's what it was. Right. So I can start by grabbing that red key. Let's see. But then the other thing, though, is I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful not to use up too many pop-up walls, but I think I can do something like this. And then oh. Is this not connected? Okay, it is connected. Okay. All right. So let's try this again, shall we? Like this. Open this up. There we go. All of this is just speculation, but let's see, what path do I want to take? I want to go this way. And then I want to put it on the button. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see. I think I see how I could do something. Okay. Let's see. I guess I could open up this one. And that leaves me with 3 blocks. Okay. So then, what do we do with these blocks back there? Pardon me. Let's see, that takes us back to where we were before. Yeah, that takes us back to where we were before. So, question though is, do I need this pop-up wall for anything? No, I don't think so. Why would I? Oh yeah, that's right, I can come in through there. Okay, so we know how to retrieve those 3 blocks. So now we gotta figure out where do we use them? See, so we have 3 blocks. And that's back at the beginning. And we know for a fact we need I think it's at least 2. At least 2 blocks to get in there. So, which one do we blow up? And actually, how many can we get through? I think I see. I think I see that one of the blocks has to be blown up right here. So that's 1. That would be 2, and then that would be 3. Alright. And then I'd probably have to use... I'd probably have to use a red lock somewhere. Let's see, I think we have 3 red keys. So let's make some headway here. So we know one of these guys has to be used right here. And let's see. Okay, I think I see how this can be done. So let's try, since we're running out of time, gotta be making some moves here. So, given that I need this pop-up wall right here, I need I think I need to use a red lock somewhere. I don't know where though. Let's start making some headway on this next block. And then oh. Okay. Alright, I think I see what I'm supposed to do here. I can save only one red key. If I do this. Oh, and that's the only red key I have, but I'm sure there's another one. And remember, it's this way. And then be careful. Alright. And then it would be like this. Yeah. Like that. And then this can finally go. And now we're in here. And we have an extra red key that we can go back. I think we can go back. Yes, right in here. We are going to run out of time, though. Alright. But I'm going to go take a break because I'm holding my cough. My cough still hasn't gone away. So... Pardon me. So yeah, I'm gonna go take a break, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So, let's actually pretend that we've already done this. Let's pretend we've already done this part. So we go on through here, and we have some choices. I can actually roam freely around here, but we're going to try not to step on any thieves. So let's see. I notice let's see. What do I notice? Let's see. That's just the edge. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out, trying to map out what I would do next. So it looks like I would need, let's see, so I'm coming around through here. To go forward, I need a red key. But then I also think I need all the other red keys. I think this is what this area is for. I think this is what this area is for. Okay. So how would we do this? I think, let's see, trying to map out what's going on here. So ultimately, I want to get this block into one of those bombs so I can teleport. And to do that, it looks like I am going to need, in fact, 4 red keys. So how do we do this? Let's see, how would we do this? I guess I can start by going in here, and then I can push that block down, and then the next block down, and then I would need a way back. But I think what I can do, let's actually, so if we were doing this for real, we would do this. And then we would do something like this, and then we would clear the area. There we go. Perfect. Now, for this next part. For this next part. Let's see. So what would we do? I guess I'm gonna need to open up this lock regardless. Let's see, so I'm pretty sure we only have 4 red keys, right? Yeah, we only have 4. So unless if there would be a way to save an extra red key, that, and we'd already use 3 red locks coming through here. Is there a red key that I'm missing elsewhere? I don't know. Hi, Jeremy. Welcome on in. Bound cycles level. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out this last part. You see, there's how many red keys did I pick up? Was it 4 or 5? Let's see, there was one up there, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty sure I picked up 4. I'm pretty sure I picked up 4 red keys in this little area here. Well, let's see. Okay, we did pick up 5. Okay. I thought I picked up 4. It's like, wait a second. Okay. So, yeah, I got this level pretty much figured out. And then all I would need to do is something like this. But this was just for practice because we wanted to be sure we knew how to do the ending before we tried another real attempt at the level. All right, but this time we're going to do this for real. So pick up these, and then, yep, it was this one. And then put it back here. There we go. And then I go in here. Oops. Alright. So, yeah, I go around this way. And then I want to go up this way. Just like so. And then go in here. There we go. And then we put this in here. And then this one gets unlocked. And then we bring this down. So yeah, the only red lock we open up would be this one right here. So we go ahead and we do that. Let's see, this block comes down. And then from there, we can put it on the button just like that. There we go. And now, oops. I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. It's like I got the... I got everything I need to do. Just gotta get the execution right. Hi, Andrew. How are you doing? Yeah. Let's go this way. Go in here. And now go down in here. Doing well. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's do this. And we make sure we open that one up. And remember that one, we take it through the pop-up wall. And you can use these in any order, it doesn't matter. This one is forced to be open up. There we go. Oops. Oh. Okay, I thought I was gonna glitch out or something. Yeah, goddamn pop-ups. All right. So yeah, this little block goes right. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, this block can be blown up. Just like that. Alright guys, sorry about that. Anyway, picking it up where we left off, yes. So I go in through this one, go up, oh. And that's right, if the key input gets stuck, the best thing to do is to press the key that is stuck, and then look at that. It's automatically unstuck. Okay. We go ahead and we do this. And then it's finally time to bring this down. So we would do this, and then we would do this. There we go. And this one, just go straight, whereas this one, go down and about. Alright, and this is where we have to go all the way back. All the way back, right over here. Blow up that bomb, because that's a cloner. And then, I'm not sure if I'm going to need that pop-up wall there. So I'm just going to take the long way back. Could be completely unnecessary, but okay. So we come up through the top, like this. And then we do that, and then we clear the way. And now we can get this last red key. And remember, we have 5. So let's see. So yeah, I would push this up, and then I'd come around. And then I'm not sure which way in the teleport. Yeah, I'm not sure if it matters or not. Okay, I guess it does. You discovered a secret hint. To access the first level in World 15, Mental Marvel Maelstrom, use the password CQOZ. So yeah, it doesn't matter which way you go into the teleport. And now we Climb through the inside, and I guess we can poke at all those walls there, and we're through. And this was A Love for Puzzles by Bound Cycles. That was a good level. I enjoyed that one. I eventually figured it out. Not an easy level, indeed. Alright, we got Titanic Monarch coming up. So, it's one of these levels. Looks like we can't go through there just yet. Alright. Oh boy, that was... Oh boy, that's quite risky, isn't it? Alright, at least they're grouped together. Okay. We can grab this one. And then... Let's see. Yep, these have water underneath them. So yeah, I think I have played this one before in Trading Places. I didn't play through Trading Places all the way, but I played through part of it. Let's see. Oh. Alright, there we go. And then I guess at this point it doesn't really matter which way you do this. Oh. Okay, there we go. And then one more. And then we're gonna need... Let's do this, because it's a little bit risky. Alright, there we go. So, let's see here. Right, so I need 3 bombs up there. There we go. And that's gonna go. Awesome. And that should just loop around. Okay. Perfect. Oh. risk that. Okay. Okay, we got... Alright, so these are all on the trap buttons. So I'm gonna need something up there. Or is it just a run and dash? I do want to make sure, so let's see, I need at least one over here. I might need all 5 blocks for this. And then this is just a matter of run and go for it. Okay, that's what it is. And then I guess this block is there just so you can get out. All right, cool. Let's get going because we're burning time here. And there's another pair of flippers that can't really get. And I presume there's nothing under there. And that would make sense. Okay. So this part's a little tricky. But I think what I want to do let's see. I think what I want to do is something like this. And then this gets filled. You can fill this. I don't want to take that just yet. In the meantime, there we go. In the meantime, I can grab these. So let's see, how do we want to do this? I think okay. All right, so we do need two yellow keys over there. But we can just go ahead and do this. I could do this in true fashion. Okay. All right, we can do this now. Yay! Alright. Now we can go up here. Let's see. Gotta go this way. Let's see. Yes, this way, up here. Got 80 seconds left. Let's see. Oh, this is a race. Oh, geez. Alright. Run! Run! Alright. 3 chips left, and God only knows where they are. Okay, there's one up here. See if I can pause buffer this. Let's see, there's one right there. I have to go up here. Okay. And then this one, let's see. I saw blocks, boop, 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 boop. So I think... Okay, these don't have water underneath them. Alright. Last part. And I think if I remember correctly, the fireball is needed. So let's see. I think I just leave the dirt space for one of the blocks and then push the other two. Alright. We might still be able to pull this off. And we are. "14 seconds. With some pause buffering, by the way. I think we also did it first try as well for this first playthrough. Yeah, it is a first playthrough of CCLP5. Pause buffering for the win. Clutch solves of those last couple block puzzles, indeed. Alright. Up next, we have Shou Sheng Shui. Aha. Interesting. It's like a little bit of an Amsterdam. Let's see. I think... Okay, how do I get down there? That's the question. Another Joshua Bone level felt similar to the Unwinding. Yeah, this could be a very difficult level, so this will probably be the last one we do for the night. Let's see. I don't see why I would... Yeah, I don't see why I would use this glider for nothing. And then... Let's see. I guess I could push that one up there. There we go. Oh, and there's a fireball, which I guess I will use right in there. Okay. Alright, now we can go up here. Except we can't. Let's see. I suppose I could use this block here and then, yeah, get more. Let's see. Those guys are going up. Alright, sorry about that. So yeah, I can bring a block. I can bring a block. Let's see. Aha. Although the question now is, which one do we go for? I see since this is stuck, I might as well just do that. And then I can do something like this. There we go. Grab these. And then I can get out right here. There we go. And since I don't need that block anymore, I can just do that. Okay. And this is what this pop-up wall is there for in links, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to take the pop-up wall for courtesy's sake. Anyway. Okay, we can... Alright, we can do that. There we go. That allows us to get this. Now we have 3 more chips left. Let's see. Let's see, is there anything else I can do? Yeah. Yeah, I can hit this button. And then I'm going to need something to... Ooh. Yeah. Okay, well, I do have another block. So I can use that. And then, where would the fireballs go? I guess they'd both drown. Except it's under a pop-up wall. That doesn't help me. That certainly does not help me. But I might be able to do something in here. If I can figure out a way through. Yeah, this is one of these scenarios. Well, I was bound to get stuck eventually. Alright, well. Time to do it again. I wonder if there's probably more to the level. guessing. Okay, there is no... okay, there is no monster there, so that explains that theory. Okay. I don't see why I would need a backwards boost. Let's see. That can go like that. Oh, okay, it just comes right back. All right. So what are we missing here? I suppose we might be missing something here, but I'm not sure. We do have 2 more blocks, though. Okay. And at least I can turn it around. How did I do this before? Alright. That allows me to get this. Okay. All right. I thought I saw another fireball cloner there. I see what you could do with the fireball. Except we would need fire boots, and we don't have fire boots. Yeah, this is gonna be the last level we do for the night. So let's try and get it done. If we do, it'll be an accomplishment. But yeah, just trying to get through these levels. Let's see. Okay, I'm pretty sure I would need to do this. But question though is, how do we get the fireball? That's just gonna blow up right there. Yeah, we don't have any fire boots. So we gotta live with it. Alright. So yeah, my guess is I'd carry a block through here in the hopes of getting blocks stuck. Unless yeah, this is quite tricky. I got an idea. Don't grab that chip. And then I can come back through here. Like so. And then I can just do this. Like that. And then I can come around. And now I have a path that I can get by. Okay. Shit. Alright. So I do it like that. There we go. And then I don't take that chip, but rather instead I come up through here. I go up, I grab these, and I might as well step on the thief because I have no boots. There we go. And then I can come back this way. Now I have a path. And then I can grab this over here. And then that goes over there. Okay. Yeah, make sure we don't boost out of there stupidly. Okay. And then, yes, we can go in there. And then we can go in there. Alright. So now, what I want to do is I want to go in through here and then go back. Ooh. Ooh. I see how that's done. I didn't see that chip there. But I can come around in here. Let's see, go this way. And go this way. Alright. And then I can go up this way. Alright. Let's see. Let's go this way. And then we can come around and blow this up because we don't need it anymore. Let's see. I gotta figure out where to... Okay, it was right in here. Question though is how are we gonna get that last block? Okay. Well, let's... Yeah, I see how that's done. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Okay, that's still on. So let's see. This. Yes, like that. And then that other block gets stuck. Although the question, though, is what do we do with this block? I guess it just ends up being stuck here because there's no real way. But it does open up a path up here. Okay. So this is interesting. Let's see. Okay. So this is connected to that. That one's connected to that. Okay. I see. I see what you do there. And then that glider cloner. Okay. Yeah, I see. Okay. So we got some time to figure this out. And we can also hop in down here if we need to. Let's see. I think what I want to do is do this. That way I can go in here and I can move this block. And then I can also get it through. Let's see. So what else do I want to do? Let's see. I think I want to... Yeah, see, I want to move it up. But then I also want to get the block on... Do I want the block on the button? Or no? No, I think I just want... I want the block on this button right here. So then how are we gonna do that? I'm probably gonna run out of time. Like how you can also do this. So yeah, this goes up like this. And then the last two blocks. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this in time. So how would I do this? I guess I can enter this trap so I can kind of get a view of what we're dealing with here. So I'm not going to press OK. So let's imagine I don't go into that trap, but let's imagine I go around. So I can still push this, right? I can still push that. And then I could go around. Or can I? Is there room to push it back? I know we have seen the level, but since we're at this point we've already seen the level. So let's see. CCLP5. And we are at 116. Okay, there is room to turn this around. So yeah, there is room to turn this around. So what I would do is I would move this block up, and then I can push this block over there, go all the way around, and then I can make sure I can get this right there. And then the last thing to do would be to make sure this glider is facing up, and then clone a glider, and then that way the glider will get stuck. I can then bring the block up, and I can grab these last 2 blocks. And I should have a way back. This will probably, or no, will it be clogged? It'll be clogged the second press. Because, yeah, the first time I press it, it's just going to be a glider stuck on the force floor there. But the second time around, yeah, we should have no problem. All right. Cool. Let's do this now. And let me, yeah, in case if you're wondering, the only reason why I was looking at the map was to see if I could turn it around, and yes, I can. All right. Let's do this. So, first thing we do is we go down here. Boop the glider. And then we don't take that chip. We get the fireball. Oops. Okay. It would help if I either went through. Yeah, let's die on purpose for that. Let's see. Alright, like this. There we go. And then yeah, it would help if I go through. There we go. I like how there's no boots in the level. But the only reason why there are thieves is so you can't... It's like, you know, how in Portal there's like a little particle field? Oh, I got totally distracted. I got totally distracted. But as I was saying, there's, you know, in Portal there's like a little particle field, and if you try to bring cubes or turrets or anything, it just fizzles. So, you know, for whatever reason, the thieves remind me of that. Okay. Do this. There we go. And then yeah, like this. And then it would be like this. There we go. And now we can take this. There we go. And then we can start making some headway in here. Just like that. It would also help. Yeah, it would also help if I did something like this. Alright. Let's see here. Oops. Window went inactive. Alright. Let's go ahead. Let's put this on the button. We'll take care of this. And yes, I know I did it that way, but it works both ways. Okay. And this block can be used right there. And I can start bridging my way over. Oops, wrong way. But I can go this way. Alright. So we're back at the spot. And then we want to bring it over there. There we go. And that block is stuck there. We can go this way now. Okay. So we're back here, this time with a lot more time on the clock. Okay. So the way I did this before was I did this. Oops. Alright. And then I went ahead, I did something like this. Okay. Alright. And then I would do this. Okay. And thankfully, though, there is room to turn it around. So I can go back this way. Except I gotta go this way. There we go. And then head back. There we go. Now I can move this block over. So that's open. And then what we want to do is we want to clone a glider and then press the top button. So that way we make a nail. So let's do this. Let's clone a glider. And then we do this. There we go. And then we're going to have to bring this back. Let's see, this way. And this one goes right in there. There we go. So now, all we can do is we can do this. And that should be the level done and done. Right in here. And notice we can't actually go that way. So we actually need to go this way. And the exit is right in here. All right. That was a good level. I enjoyed it. Good J-Bone level. Yes. And now we're on to cluster 2. And this is where we are going to stop for the night, because I am approaching my limit, and you never know if the next level is going to take an hour and a half. So yeah, we're going to go ahead, we're going to raid out. So let's see who we got. Xenia, I believe it's their 5-year streaming anniversary. Are they still going? Yeah, they're still going. And they got 2 hours left on the timer. A little over 2.5 hours. 2 hours, 51 minutes to be exact. So, yeah, we're going to raid Xenia. And they're also friends with Forgotten. So, yeah. But that is going to do it for tonight, folks. So, let's go ahead. Let's get this raid started. Xenia, Croft. I guess we can't actually raid them. Oh well. Why don't I just shout them out? Guess we gotta find a different raid target. Let's see. Yeah, so when in doubt, we can always raid the Ferg. Let's see. I could raid them, but I want to raid out. Let's see. Alec. Who else we got? We're just going to raid the Ferg. We're just going to raid Forgotten. I wanted to raid Xenia, but they we can't actually raid them. So we're just going to raid Ferg. We know Ferg in here. So that is going to do it for tonight, folks. So once again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch if you haven't done so already. Check out my social media links. Join the club. You can catch up on our latest VODs right there on YouTube. Those of you watching on YouTube, follow me on Twitch to catch the streams live so you won't miss a stream. Grab the bottom message if you are a sub, otherwise grab the top message. We're going to send this bad boy on over. And until then, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, night, time zone, wherever the world you are watching from. Take it easy. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.